Well, 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 well. It's me. You can see I've gotten past the tangled chain. I should probably do some more hatching on the chain. Um, but in general, I feel like this panel is mostly all gravy, baby. It's all gravy, baby. Well, that's too thick. I would say it's not perfect, but what is? And, as you might expect, I'll be hacking on it for a while. Oh, you know what? That one's the black line that I'm making room for is meant to be a shadow on the back wall, so we'll see. Yes, I attempted a classic Will Eisner Venetian blind panel. Boy, if you thought comics were all about the art, which I don't think, I got a lesson in why that's not fucking true today. There is a comic that I ran across, and it is it's like painted, right? It's on Webtoon. Incomprehensible. I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, wow, this is really well painted. What's going on? Just goes on and on, and like some pages seem redundant. There's no real characterization. There's no story. And I realized, oh, this is someone just showing off their painting. Not really. They they did some of it in panels. But man, yeah. I think stories are important. To comics at least. You want to be a discount Simon Bisley or whatever. That's your thing. But you mustn't forget what you're actually trying to accomplish and why you would choose this medium over, any other medium. All right, we're making something. This hedge wall is much higher where they are right now. They're deeper in the maze. And I've got to. Oh, this is going to be tough. It's it scales like a Victorian roof, but super compressed. It wasn't that far at all. I was watching the David Finch Proco intro for composition for comic panels. Some rare stuff in there. Good stuff. Kind of inspired me to want to do some more stuff myself. I want to do this Prometheus Power story, but I want to also resolve from my last Prometheus Power story, which has a resolution. Where is it? Let's see. Here it is right here, a mere 17 pages. In the end, they managed to get this stele back, and I think I think the next story has to begin with Hondo and Abrax and Prometheus Powers bringing the stele back to this guy at the front. Vufu the Ifrit. That's what he hired them to do, after all. Um, because we never find out what he needs it for. You know, that was the quest, was you have to do this thing, and they did it, countering all kinds of difficulties along the way, and including running across Prometheus Powers' uncle was on the opposing force. All right, where am I? So the next story should probably be, like I said, Prometheus Powers, Abrax, and Hondo return the stele, and Vuku uses it, I think, my original story notes, to free that dimensional prison that he's in. Like he eliminates it. And then I think he becomes kind of an ally. He's sort of like a, not quite a good guy, not quite a bad guy, though. He's a bit of a bad guy. When you saw him, what he looks like. But he's an extra dimensional entity, so of course. You look, my little caterpillar. Sitting on a mushroom in the hedge maze. And the twos are surprised that they're expendable. Anyways, they let Brillig out. And I'm looking at this panel, and I think I got his hand too far to the left. So we're just going to crush it in a little bit. Hit. Oh, my mom is playing bridge. Okay, that's all right. There we go. You want to keep their hand, far enough away from the panel border that you don't create a tangent. And, distorting like this isn't the worst thing in the world. One thing I should probably do is figure out my rule of thirds. What's going on here? What happens here, 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 and here? And I can tell you that I think I'm in a bad spot. Although I have a nice triangle. This is good right here. But I think it would be even more powerful if I was somehow able to move it to there, to there. Something like that. Let's see, why don't I just make it a little bit smaller even. Makes me wonder. My original might be okay. I'm going to send her a text. All right. What if instead of, let's try it again, instead of trying the distortion method, which works, we're going to try the uniform method. Put it right there or right there. I think that kind of works right there. It gives me more room for my speech balloons. I think what we have to do is take our arm, yeah. I'm not quite getting right in the right spot, but I'm getting close enough, I think. We can show a little bit more of the interior of the circus cart. Just gonna have to figure out the best way to go. My original plan for this panel was it's fairly large, and it was, it's full shot, full level. And then I realized it was actually the the chapter ender. So I always like to do these little teasers for the next chapter. I thought, okay, all right. I think we're good. That's going to be the back wall. You can vaguely see the back wall on this top panel right here. All right, now it's following the old school rules. Let's plug this in key. There it is. Closest thing, it's going to be this bar. I had a vague thought about putting the back of the frog here, but I think that'll mess up my triangle. The best thing about this is the triangle, so just leave it at that. Leave it alone. I was watching the old Proco, and he was talking about figure drawing a little bit about where the straights and the curves are on this stuff. It's something to think about because I don't know if I got it right. It's one of those things. Also, I'm dealing with a slightly, I mean, it's humanoid, but it's a slightly non-human anatomy. For example, the legs have that animaloid bend where it's, you basically do a real thigh, a knee, you go back in, and then you do that foreleg kind of bit for Brillig. And there's something similar going on with the frog too. They have frog legs, and there's something similar going on with the. It's this right here. See, there's the thigh, knee, foreleg. So same thing with the jub jub. One of the many things you have to try and figure out if you're going to draw these animal characters. How far did he get? Yeah, he's in there. And then how about this? This is the first time we see Brillig really standing tall. It's got some dignity at last, at least in dodo form. When you see him before, he's kind of hunched over. And had just been transformed by the bird goddess, so he had this sort of hunched over look to him. Okie doke. If that's the waist, then I've gotten the pants wrong. Well, rather, he doesn't wear pants. He has like a loincloth. Something like that. I'm going to be cleaning up that for a while. My worries is I'm going to make these bars, and they're not going to be parallel enough. I'll have to be correcting them. Like this one's already a little off. That one's a little bit better. All right. Perfect. All right. I think I got quite the shadow under the beak right. I'm gonna have to keep working with that. I taught my research class today, and it's interesting. Let me look at some of the previous pictures to make sure I'm getting that belt right. I think he's shown here. It's a circular belt. And the same belt he's wearing here. It's a circular belt. Okay, got it. It would be bad if I suddenly switched it out for a square belt. Oh, shout out to Windblock. He wants to do another art exchange, and I can't figure out which character to give him. I'm tempted to send him. Windblock, if you're listening. I have this character called Prometheus Powers, who is inspired by Captain Marvel Jr. That's the Shazam one that wore the blue costume. Was Elvis's favorite superhero. And I quite like Captain Marvel Jr. too. Now let's throw down another bar. All right, let's see how that one came out. More or less correct. More or less. Remember when I went to high school, there was a girl named Adriana Morales, and we used to call her Adriana more or less. All right. The reason we have this angle is the door is supposed to be opening outwards. I'm wondering if I'm getting that correct. I have a feeling I'm not. I should not be paralleling them. I should be bending them. I can still do. First of all, let's take this one. We're just going to slightly. No. On the ink layer. And if it all goes to pieces, I'll just redraw it. But we'll see. Okay. And then maybe we see, like, for the top, you know, it's like a cage door. That means our next bar. I'm drawing right through the arm because I'll just erase it. I'm not nearly as confident drawing through his beak. But let's take a look. Okay. Those are my George McManus eyes. All right. We're getting somewhere. This door, this part of the door swung open. And if I look at the yeah, I think I have to put the lock in here, maybe hanging onto the other part of the door so that readers understand that he just opened the door. The frog unlock the cage. I was actually going to show him with a so I wonder if I still can. I can show him with a key. I don't know if it'll read because that's life size right there. All right. Hey, see you later. You too. She said, have a good one. Drive safe. All right. Let's see. That's there. No. Yeah, I think that kind of shows it. I'm sort of debating whether to have him rattling the bars here. I can totally do that. Let's see. Yes. I could have him put his knee up or something. No, I think it's going to work. That's fine. I think these two speech bubbles have to make the bottom part of the triangle. All right. This is the back wall of the cage. Back here. Complicated. Complicated. Okay. Maybe there's a fifth bar. I think that would make sense, actually. That's more for like the motion of the door opening up. Well, even if it's a weak panel, it'll just get done. Well, I know I don't have the angle right. The more I look at it. Let's angle these in. Something like that. This. Does that answer the mail? Well, it didn't work right. Alrighty. Well, I guess that's it for right now. Please like, follow, and subscribe, and I will see you later.